ionization and the secondary ionization. Okay. Okay. So secondary ionization process, we had 4 processes in secondary ionization. Okay. Correct. This all we had studied. We are done with photoionization. Right. We had started with secondary ionization process, which were electron emission due to positive ion impact, then emission due to photons, and emission due to metastable and neutral atoms. Right. Metastable atoms were the atoms which differ with their respect to the lifetime. Okay, so then we saw all this in detail. Okay, emission due to photons, then emission due to metastable and neutral atoms. Okay, I hope this was clear, everyone. Up till here, was that clear? Up till here, was that clear? Okay. Yes. Right. So today we'll start. See, now we have seen that whenever there is, whenever there are two electrodes provided with a high voltage source, now we know that this insulator which is present in between the electrodes will get ionized when you provide it with high voltage. Okay, this point is known to everyone now, right? This point we know now, right? So, yes. So now now when we say that you have a electrode, you have two electrodes and which is supplied by the high voltage source, and the ionization of the insulating medium takes place. Okay. Now how does this ionization exactly take place? Okay. Till now we have seen one electron will jump from here. Okay, and it will screen is visible.
No, ma'am.
Right. So till now we have seen that whenever you have two electrodes, right, in between which you have a insulating medium, that insulating medium will get ionized when you supply the electrodes with the high voltage. Right. Up till here we have done. Now how does the electron flow and how does the ionization of the insulator or the dielectric take place? Okay, now in this we are studying the dielectric medium is gas. Okay, so this ionization, right, is explained using two theories. There are two theories which support ionization of the dielectric in the gaseous insulators. Okay, so the two theories are, first one is your Townsend's theory. Okay, this is named after the scientist. Okay, this is your Townsend's theory. The second one is the streamer's theory. Okay, so first we'll see what is Townsend's theory. Okay, see why it is said Townsend's current growth equation is because when you have two electrodes, one cathode and one anode, and you provide it with a high voltage source, the electron starts flowing. Okay, so the flow of electrons is nothing but the current. So that is why this is called as Townsend's current growth equation. Okay, so for this, to explain this, we will go with this figure itself. Okay, we'll see with this arrangement itself. Okay, so this is the arrangement to study the Townsend's discharge. Okay, see the ionization of the gas is taking place, no doubt in this. Okay, but what are the theories which support this? Right, so first theory we are seeing is the Townsend's theory. Okay, so let us assume that N0 electrons are emitted from the cathode. Okay, see this is cathode and say there we have assumed that, right, N0 electrons are emitted from the cathode. Okay, let N0 be the number of electrons emitted from the cathode, right? When one electron collides with a neutral particle, what is this neutral particle now? What is this neutral particle? Anyone? We have done
Air. Air, ma'am.
with the gas which is present in between the electrodes, cathode and anode, right? So when one electron collides with a neutral particle, a positive ion and an electron are formed. So this process is called ionizing collision. Okay? Now, right? Let alpha be the average number of ionizing collisions made by an electron per centimeter distance travel in the direction of the field. Okay, alpha depends on the gas pressure P and E by P. Okay, and is called Townsend's first ionization coefficient. Okay, alpha is the Townsend's first ionization coefficient. See, what does this mean is, you assume this figure. Okay, you assume this figure. It is said that first thing is assume that N0 electrons are emitted from the cathode. Okay, so from cathode N0 electrons are being liberated, right? But taking care of metastable atoms and neutral atoms, right? All these N0 will not reach anode. Okay, only some electrons having more life cycle will reach the other end of the electrode or the other electrode, okay, to the anode from the cathode, right? So let us assume that N0 is the number of electrons ejected or emitted from cathode, okay, and alpha be the number of ionizing collisions, right? The definition of ionizing collisions are given here. When one electron collides with neutral particle, right, a positive ion and an electron are formed. This is called as ionizing collision. Okay, so then alpha be the average number of ionizing collisions made by one electron per centimeter distance travel in the direction of field. Okay, so if this is the direction of field, from if I say this is the direction of field from cathode to anode, so N0 number, right? N0 is number of electrons. So one electrons, when it is traveling in this direction, right? How many average number of ionizing collisions it is making, right? When it is traveling per centimeter, right? That is, we have assumed it to be alpha, and this alpha is called as Townsend's first ionization coefficient, which depends upon gas pressure P and E by P. Is this clear? Up till here, is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, students all are joining now. You please write your name and USN in the chat box. Name and USN in the chat box. All are joining now. Right. Up till here it was clear. Right. So alpha is your Townsend's first ionization coefficient. Okay. Now, see, this is the typical current growth curve in the Townsend discharge when your electron has left cathode and it is moving towards anode. Okay. So, what you can see here, there are three different regions. Okay. The curve has three different regions. Okay. One is the ohmic region. Second one is the saturation region. Third one is Townsend's discharge region. Okay. So what I am telling, the breakdown phenomena in a gas and the growth of current in the gas which is responsible for the breakdown is shown by this curve. Okay. So this curve illustrates, right, the typical current growth curve for the Townsend's discharge, where it is having three regions. One is ohmic region, one is saturation region, one is Townsend's discharge region. Okay. So coming to first one, which is your ohmic region. Okay. So you can see the first curve which starts from 0 and end up till point A. Okay. So what you can see here, what relation can you see? This is axis for current and this is axis for the potential, the high voltage potential which you are providing. So with this curve in this ohmic region, what can you depict from the curve? What is the relation between current and voltage? Yes, anyone?
Linear.
Yeah, it is linear. It means it is proportional. Okay. So in this ohmic region, what happens? Current initially increases. Okay. It is proportional to the field or the voltage which we have been providing. Okay. In the ohmic region, I is proportional to V. Okay. Because this I is because of N naught electrons, it is termed as I naught here. You can see it is termed as I naught. So in the ohmic region, the current at first increases proportionally with the increase in the field or the voltage. Okay. This region is called as ohmic region. Is this understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Right. Now, after this ohmic region is what? 0 to A is your ohmic region. Okay, next comes the region A to B. 11:30. Next comes the region A to B, right? So this is your saturation region. Okay, this is your saturation region, right? What happens after this state, after the state of OA, right? A situation comes when the current becomes constant. You can see here the current is becoming constant even if you increase the voltage. Okay, so this constant current region is called as saturation region and this current is called as saturation current. Okay, is that understood up till here? Is it understood up till here?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Next, what happens at still higher voltages, right? After point B, at still the higher voltages, the current increases exponentially. Okay, the current increases exponentially, right? So the exponential increase in the current is due to the ionization of gas by electron collision with the gas molecules. Okay, what happens? See, in this exponentially, why it increases exponentially is because as the voltage is increased, electric field intensity, okay, intensity is given as V by D, voltage by distance. Okay, so in this region, in the region of B onwards, what happens? As the voltage increases, the electric field intensity also increases. Okay, so electric field intensity increases, it means what? Acceleration of the electrons are increased. You know, the more and more electrons are accelerated, right? And the electron access more kinetic energy. Okay, so when it is having more kinetic energy, right, the knocking out becomes, you know, more. Knockout of more and more electrons takes place. Up till here, is that clear? What I said is clear. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is about your
Yes, ma'am.
Townsend's discharge region. Okay. This is your Townsend's discharge region. Right? You all have, see, you all are sitting with book and pen, right? You all are having the notes with you? Okay. Right? Now, let alpha be the average number of ionizing collisions made by an electron per centimeter distance travel in the direction of field. Okay, I told you what is alpha. Alpha stands for Townsend's first ionization coefficient. Okay, now at any distance x from the cathode, let the number of electrons be nx. Okay, see, n naught was what? N naught were the electrons emitted from the cathode. Okay, N naught are the electrons emitted from the cathode. However, at a distance x from the cathode, let the number of electrons be nx. Okay, so N naught and nx are not same. Okay, is this point clear? There is difference between N naught and nx. Is this point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Yes, good. Okay. Now, when these nx electrons travel a further distance of dx, okay, when these nx, right, nx are the, see, there is a cathode, understand, there is a cathode, there is a anode, n naught are the number of electrons at the cathode, okay. If you assume a distance x, right, far from cathode, at a distance x from the cathode, then there are now only nx electrons. N naught electrons are not there. Now at the distance x, there are nx number of electrons. Okay. So these nx electrons, what they do, they further travel a distance of dx, right? And they give rise to, see this, alpha nx into dx electrons. Any explanation you need for this? Yes? Is this point understood? Up till here, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Right? So where we have reached now? We have reached at a distance dx. Okay, we have reached at the distance dx where they give rise to alpha nx into dx number of electrons. We have reached here now. Okay. Now, see, at x equal to, this is a small derivation. Okay. So I said you to be with your pen and notebooks. So at distance x equal to 0. X equal to 0 means what? At the cathode. Okay, nx equal to n naught. Agree with this?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, this ये point समझ में आया? At x equal to 0 means what? We are still at cathode, right? We are still at cathode, and at cathode, what I had said, let n naught be the electrons at cathode. Okay, so at x equal to 0, nx equal to n naught. This point is clear, everyone? Okay, right? Right? So d nx by dx. Okay, so what we have done here? D nx by dx equals to a into nx. Okay, what we have done? First, right, we have taken this and we have differentiated this d nx by dx because we have to substitute for the distance x equal to 0, nx is equal to n naught. Okay, is this point clear? Up till here, is that clear? Up till here, is that clear? Yes, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Now, so when I simplify, what I get? Nx equal to n naught e power alpha x. Okay? Then the number of electrons reaching anode. Okay, see, we started from cathode where we had n naught number of electrons. Then we traveled, a distance dx. Okay, sorry, we traveled a distance x where there were nx number of electrons. Then we traveled a further smaller distance dx where we had alpha nx into dx electrons. Okay, then the number of electrons reaching the anode, when your x becomes d, right, nd equals to n naught. See, nx we have replaced. Now here nx, this nx we have rewritten as nd because x equal to d. So nd becomes n naught e power alpha d. See, this is not comma, this is alpha into d. Okay, this is not comma. Okay, up till here, is that clear? Wherever,
Yes,
see, in this equation, wherever there was x, we substituted d here. Only that thing, that change we have done now. Okay. Now, the number of new electrons created on an average by each electron can be given, right, as what we have done. We have taken this equation. Okay, we have taken this equation and we have done -1. So e power ad -1 is equal to this. Up till here, is that clear? You all are working out this? Are you all working out? Siri?
Yes, ma'am.
Pavan. You all are doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. E,
Ma'am, second step dnx by dx is equal to alpha nx is n naught.
yes.
Alpha, after that nx is equal to n naught exponential alpha x. How did it come?
See, this is dnx by dx, right? So dnx by dnx by dx equal to alpha nx है इधर. 1 minute, I'll do it once again. Okay. This step, right? You have this step is clear, Siri?
Yes, ma'am.
This step is clear, okay. इसके बाद
Differentiation.
what you have to do, you take that dnx by nx, sorry, yeah, what you do, you take ln, okay, so it will be ln n is equal to alpha x plus a. नहीं समझ में आ रहा है?
No, ma'am.
See, it is dnx by dx is equal to alpha into nx. This is the equation, okay. Using your regular mathematics, what you have to do, you have to find the expression for nx. Okay, just a minute, I'll show you that. Others, please try working it out. All of you try for this part. Got it? Anyone? Yes. Just a minute, not getting it. You can, for the second step we are doing. Huh?
Ma'am.
Screen.
Ma'am.
Is in Siri, you can see this.
Yes, ma'am.
Siri.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Right? So see what we have done, we have taken land. Okay, we have taken land because our work is what? From this equation, I want to find equation for next. Okay. So what I have done, I have done land. Okay. Then I have substituted at x equal to 0, x is equal to n. See this step now? Is it visible? Is this visible?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Shall we move ahead? I hope you have all got up till here.
Ma'am,
They are not visible, ma'am.
Yes?
Ma'am, presentation is not visible, ma'am.
No. Siri, did you get? Screen is not visible. Okay. You can hear me at least?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, what you do, you have one equation dnx equal to alpha nx into dx. You have this equation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In that, what you do, the nx from your RHS, get it to the denominator of LHS. Means you do dnx by nx is equal to alpha into dx. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what you do? You introduce a ln logarithm. See, dnx by nx can be written as ln x.
Lan nx.
Yes?
Lan nx.
Okay. So ln n. So you get ln nx equals to alpha x plus a constant. Okay, we can eliminate the constant. Let us leave that for the time being. You are doing there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you getting n is equal to n naught e power ad? Are you getting this? See, up till here you have to get, right, n naught e power ad. You will get expression nd is equal to n naught e power ad. Not comma d, it's ad.
Ma'am, alpha d na?
ठीक है?
Alpha d.
Okay. So next, e power ad minus 1. Okay, what we have done, we have taken this expression and we have done minus 1 both sides. We have done with minus 1 both sides, right? So therefore, the average current in the gap, which is equal to the number of electrons traveling per second. See, understand the sentence, average current in the gap, which is equal to the number of electrons traveling. Okay, we know current is what? Flow of electrons. So, number of electrons traveling per second will be, right, in place of n, I am substituting I. Okay, I is equal to I naught e power ad. Okay, this is Townsend's first, this is Townsend's current growth equation. okay, where alpha is your Townsend's first ionization coefficient. Okay, so you understand this. If you are not getting this derivation, I'll put it as the notes. Okay, I'll solve and put it, but from your side you have to solve and send me. If you are wrong somewhere, I'll let you know. Is that okay? Okay, you try first. If you are not getting, then I'll put the at least 3 answers I should get, right? You can send to me on the WhatsApp. Okay, right? So mark this equation. This equation is important, right? So this is only primary current. Okay, this is the primary current, not the secondary current. Okay, so secondary current we'll see it in the next class. Up till here, what we have done today, you need to understand what is Townsend's theory, what is Townsend's first ionization coefficient, and how do we arrive at this equation, I is equal to I naught e power ad, alpha d. Okay, so this derivation, once again I'll put it as the notes, right? Condition fulfillment is at least 3 worked out I should get. Even if you are wrong, there is no harm, no wrong, right? Wrong bhi hai to bhi bhejo, then only I'll send you the complete derivation. Okay, so before tomorrow's class you please try to send me that. Let us all quit. Okay.